Water is necessary for all life. Your muscles that help us move are 75% water. Blood that transports our nutrients is 82% water. Lungs provide oxygen are 90% water. The brain, our control center, is 76% water, and even our bones are 25% water. Hand in hand with water is our requirement for minerals, and it's always been a favorite topic of mine. It's very important. Our body needs the minerals for every chemical reaction to take place, and it's the building blocks for things like our bones. And today I thought I'd share with you a recent experience I've had with my struggle with heartburn. And I got to thinking how it's linked to dehydration. And it is one of my challenges. I know I should be drinking more, but somehow I don't. And I've started now. I thought I'd just share with you some of my experience. So I looked up one of my favorite books by Dr. Batman Gilage. You Are Not Sick, You Are Thirsty. And his website is watercure.com. So Dr. B was an Iranian medical doctor, and he was put in an Iranian prison for over 2 years. And he helps people there with pain with absolutely no medical supplies. There's someone there with a peptic ulcer pain, and he always said all he had on hand was water. And he said, drink 2 glasses of water. And I think it was 15, 30 minutes, and the pain was much, much better or gone, I believe. So that experience started Dr. B on his lifelong study on dehydration's effect on our health. So here's a picture of some of his books and his website. And at the end, I will go over how much water to drink and how that works. So heartburn is severe discomfort in the upper part of the abdomen. Now, I'm not a doctor, and if you've been told by your doctor your discomfort is heartburn, you might want to give this a try. You just increase your water intake. We get hunger pains. We also get thirst pains. And feeling thirsty is not our first sign that you're dehydrated. It's one of the later signs, actually. And in his book, he has 46 reasons why your body needs water every day. Number one, without water, nothing lives. Number four, water generates electrical and magnetic energy inside each and every cell of the body. It provides the power to live. We are bioelectrical. That makes sense. You can also just say that water is the main source of energy of our body. Why would dehydration cause dyspeptic pain? Dyspeptic is a term to describe suffering from digestive problems. The stomach is very acidic. The acid breaks down our food, and all other tissues in our body would be damaged by that very high level of acidity. So we need to first understand the acid-alkaline balance system in our body to understand the mechanism of pain. So you've all heard of pH, and it's a measure of acidity. And it's a scale of 1 to 14, and 7 is neutral. Below 7 is acidic, and our cells have a more positive charge. And above 7 is alkaline or basic, and our cells have a more negative charge. So our body works best at 7.4, like the enzymes in the cells work better at that slightly alkaline state. So pH, it's actually a measure of hydrogen ions and refers to the voltage or electrical flow in a solution. So there we are back talking about how we're bioelectrical again. All disease in the body is characterized by having inadequate electrical flow. pH measures hydrogen ions. Water is 2 hydrogens and an oxygen. Hydrated blood circulates. Some water goes into cells and brings out hydrogen to help make the interior of the cells more alkaline. The kidneys mop up the extra hydrogen ions from blood and sends it out into the urine. If you see pale urine, you're hydrated, and that's another little hint for you about whether you're hydrated or not. Acidity causes irritation or inflammation. Your brain will translate this irritation as pain. And as an aside, the body's super smart. The brain prioritizes. The more the body becomes dehydrated, the more the brain's water regulating chemicals like histamine become engaged in redirecting the water and rationing. Dehydration and histamine is a topic for another video. What does acidity and inflammation have to do with dyspeptic pain as a sign of chronic dehydration? So there's one way into the stomach and one way out. In is through the hiatal sphincter at the end of the esophagus. Out is the pyloric valve at the duodenum into the small intestine. So food coming in is controlled by the hiatal sphincter. Its job is to relax only as food goes through. When dehydrated, this ring of muscles gets less energetic flow, and then it becomes relaxed and doesn't do its job. The top portion of the stomach can bulge and herniate through this hiatus because of dehydration. H. pylori is a gut flora native, and it's often present and may sometimes get the blame for ulcer pain. The cause is probably the chronic dehydration. Food going out. The stomach is so strongly acidic with hydrochloric acid. So our body starts making hydrochloric acid to help digest the food as soon as the food plops into the stomach. And we need minerals and water to create the hydrochloric acid. To protect us from the strong acid, we have this mucus layer in the stomach. The mucus layer has a neutralizing mechanism so the strong acid doesn't go into the intestines. And mucus is 98% water. If we're dehydrated, the mucus layer is no longer an effective barrier to acid. The acid reaches cells below the mucus, causes pain that we call heartburn. The pain message is relayed through our meridians. Our stomach meridian has a really special connection with the pericardium meridian, and the pericardium is the outer layer of the heart. Also, the hydrated mucus is failing at secreting the watery bicarbonate that is provided by the pancreas to neutralize the food as it goes out into the small intestine. The body senses that the food is too acidic and shuts that pyloric valve. What happens next? The food has to go out the inn because the hiatal sphincter is a little relaxed because of dehydration. The stomach is full and the super acidic food is not allowed into the intestine. So to review, we're like big batteries. Along with the water, we need adequate minerals to help assist our bioelectrical system. We need water to hydrate our blood for clearing acid out of our cells to maintain our alkalinity. We need water to keep the hiatal sphincter muscles in tip-top shape. We need water to create adequate amounts of hydrochloric acid to help digest our food. We need water for the pancreas to create the bicarbonate to neutralize the stomach acid. We need water to maintain a healthy mucosa layer. So that's 5 different avenues where dehydration plays a role in our heartburn. How much water to drink? You want pure water, and I recommend structured water, and I'll do more on that in another video. And our body needs minimum 1/2 ounce of pure water per pound of body weight a day with minerals. So if we weigh 100 pounds, we'll want to be taking in 50 ounces of water per day. You can go to Dr. B's site for the detail. Basically, you take an 8-ounce glass of water in the morning right when you get up, and 1/2 hour before you eat each meal, and right before you go to bed. And then you can fill in with glasses of water throughout the day to get your minimum amount of water. Contact me from my website about the minerals I recommend. They're liquid, plant sourced, and ionic. Evaporated seawater is also an excellent source of minerals and better than sea salt. And both of those I feel are better than the Himalayan pink salt. Happily, after I started to pay attention to my hydration and minerals, I'm just very grateful how much better I feel. This is just a super simplified description. I hope you find my story helpful so you can start to recognize pain or heartburn pain as actually thirst pain. To care for body, mind, spirit, listen to your body on the different ways it's crying out for water.